What's up, JEFusion fans? This is Philip, and welcome back to another video. So, we're talking about Kingohger again, and episode 24 presents a very interesting philosophical question, I guess. Yeah, but before I get into that, so there are going to be some spoilers for episode 24. So, please, if you haven't watched it, it's already online. You can watch it. I found one with subs. So if you want to catch up on the latest episodes, please do so right now. And then continue this video after you're done watching. Because, well, otherwise, if you're into spoilers or if you don't mind, so you might as well enjoy this video. So, now that's said and done, let's go to the main plot of today's topic. So, basically, the question for today is actually, you probably have seen it in the title already. So, are the Bugnarak actually villains or are they victims? So, that is a question for debate. You can debate about it in the comments if you like, but yes, that is up for debate in this video. So, what's interesting is that Jeremy is a key character in all of this. So let's start with Jeremy, right? So his goal is to become the king of the gaps. So that's what he calls himself. By the way, he has no kingdom as of yet. So, as for the introduction, the narration. So, uh, Jeremy always tells about a man who would become king, and apparently it's not Gira, but he was talking about himself this whole freaking time. Okay? So Jeremy is talking about himself becoming king, but as of now, he isn't yet. So maybe at the end of the series, who knows? So, like I said, this all starts from Jeremy again. And he has recorded this story of the king ogres that has been passed down through generations, right? So he has recorded this story, but I guess the people who were against his father having you know uh, a relationship with a Bugnarak, so it was taboo, so they scrapped it from the records, and only five heroes were mentioned. So yeah, I guess that's a different story. But let's focus on Jeremy right now. So his goal is to have the humans and the Bugnarak coexist. I mean, with him being half human and half Bugnarak, to say the least. So that has become his main goal. So he's also the one who has come into contact with King or Emperor, I guess, Desnarak the Eighth, many times. To either fight him or to try to negotiate with him. But in episode 24, so he tries to negotiate with Desnarak one more time, but it fails. It completely fails, and we see that Desnarak is hell bent on destroying their version of planet Earth, and we could say, right? Desnarak has mentioned probably in the episode that he is so far gone into his hatred of humanity that he wants to destroy the world, and that has become his goal. So, so Jeremy, begins to wonder why. So, if looking at the episode, there are mentions of, like basically discrimination against the Bugnarak. So here is a theory from me personally. So, okay, I want you guys to listen. So, this is my idea, my crazy idea again. So, way back, before this war 2,000 years ago against with the people of Earth against the Bugnarak Empire. So maybe, just maybe, before that war, humans and Bugnarak actually coexisted. Probably not to the extent of them, like having intermarriages, because we basically don't know anyone other than Jeremy who's had, mixed human and Bugnarak lineage. But there could be some candidates that are up for debate, but we don't know yet. So again, we have this possible idea of humans and Bagnarak actually having coexisted, way before that war that we've known since episode 1. But maybe it was the humans who actually instigated this war, um, for whatever reasons, of fearing the Bagnarak and whatnot. So probably they have begun to fear the Bagnarak, or they want to be the dominant force. So for some reason, probably with the invention of the Shugods and the development of the technology that allowed the original 5 heroes to become Kingogers, they might have, they might have been the ones to actually oppress the Bagnarak and, you know, send them down into the depths of the earth, where they probably, or most likely, were imprisoned for like thousands of years. But again, this is a theory. However, I don't think this theory comes from absolute nothingness. So, I have seen the Kingohger movie, and looking at King Raniol, so the very first king of Shogodam and Gira's ancestor, he doesn't look like a very nice guy. So again, he wanted to go back to Earth and rule the way, he wanted to come back to life, rule Shogodam once again, and rule it the way he wants to. So, compared to Gira, of course, Gira has this facade of being like the demon king, or the king of evil, where he acts all, like, bow down to me. But deep inside, we all know that Gira is actually a very nice guy and cares so much, not only for his own people, but also the people of other kingdoms, as we have seen him, in his interactions with the citizens of the other kingdoms. So basically, he cares a lot for the people. But again, Raniol doesn't seem to be that way. He is a lot more like Rakles, if you ask me. So, seeing that Gira's compassionate way of ruling is quote unquote weak, so uh, he wants to consolidate power, right? But even then, right, like after the war against the Bugnarak 2,000 years before the events of Kingohger, so there are already mentions of the original 5 heroes slash kings, you know, going against each other, seeing who is, fit to be the ruler of the entire planet. So the original 5 Kingogers actually have had their differences, and you know, uh, I guess this is why we have 5 kingdoms. So instead of like having one kingdom to rule them all, so they've just decided like, fine, we'll each have our own kingdoms. But still, Shugodam appears to be the most powerful. So they have been like the hegemon of their version of planet Earth. So they project themselves as the most powerful country and whatnot. So again, this is what Nanyol is, trying to do. But again, seeing that again, like Nanyol is thirsty for power, so he probably has used the Bugnarak as an excuse. So yeah, they've become more powerful, and they became the Kingohgers and defeated the Bugnarak, sealed them in the underworld, or at least underground, and you know that's the story that was passed down through generations. So when Jeremy asked Boone, so Boone is this little guy who, grew up, or not real grew up, but who lived with Gira in the orphanage. So when he asked Boone why people hate Bugnarak so much, so he says like Bugnarak are evil, and what makes you say that? So Jeremy asks, so it's in the story, it's in the record. So but again, it's Jeremy who recorded this. But whether this is Jeremy's own fault, or maybe people twisted the stories or gave misinterpretations to make it seem like the humans were superior, or the Bagnarak were completely evil. So this remains to be seen. But there are at least like two good Bagnarak that we've seen. So Jeremy's mother is, against this conflict. She was against this conflict, and there's this one Bagnarak. I forgot the name of the character, but currently is tailing Jeremy, like he is Jeremy's personal assistant, like uh you know the other kings have, I guess. So again, with Jeremy being half Bagnarak, this makes sense. So Jeremy being the representative of the Bagnarak Empire, this is probably his goal. So to resolve the conflict between the humans and Bagnarak, and have them coexist in peace. So I'm sorry for this long and winding video, but the main point is, you know, it's possible that the humans were actually the ones who are evil, and they oppressed the Bagnarak. So this started the whole conflict between them, and it's Jeremy's goal to stop this conflict once and for all, and bring peace to both humans and the Bagnarak. So there you have it, guys. What do you think of this idea, this story, this theory? So tell me down in the comments below, and if you have your own ideas, please share them with us. So as always, thank you so much for watching. Please do leave a like, comment, share, subscribe, and don't forget that notification bell so you get the latest from JEFusion. This has been Philip, and I'll see you next time. Bye.